All right, today we are talking about converting fractions and percents. You're probably thinking this sounds super similar. Well, it is. So we're going to start off today fractions into percents. So we're going to start off with our fractions first, turning them into percents. There's two ways we can do this. There's an easy way and a less than easy way. The easy way is we already have a fraction. We would just turn it into an equivalent fraction with the denominator of 100. So I would just turn this into a fraction with something over 100. 20 goes into 100 5 times. So if I multiply the bottom by 5, I have to multiply the top by 5, which gives me 15 over 100. I already know that over 100 means percent. So this would equal 15%. That is the easy way. I'm also going to ask you to take notes on the less than easy way. Sorry, that will be your percent. And the reason is you won't always have a number that I can easily turn into something over 100. You might have a 7, you might have a 35, you might have a 42. So you also need to know the less than easy way. For the majority of problems you see in class, the easy way will work. But since it doesn't work all the time, you need to learn the actual algorithm. So the less than easy way is first you'll write the fraction as a decimal. If you're not remembering how to do that, you need to watch yesterday's video or look at the notes. You're basically, to do that, going to have to treat this like a division problem. 3 divided by 20. 20 can't go into 3. So I'm going to have my decimal stop being invisible with a 0 after it. 20 goes into 30 one time. 1 times 20 is 20. When I subtract, I get 10. I can't have a remainder, so I'm going to add another 0. So I'm going to bring down. 20 goes into 100 5 times. 5 times 20 is 100. When I subtract, I get 0. So I can go ahead and stop there, but I need to make sure that I have that decimal popped up there. Once I'm done turning my fraction into decimal, I need to follow the steps we learned for changing a decimal into a percent, which actually isn't that terrible. Basically, if you remember correctly, you are just going to start with your decimal, and you're going to write it as a fraction over 1. So 0.15 over 1, turn into something over 100. So I should know that I'm multiplying by 100, multiplying by 100. My decimal point is just going to move 2 spaces, so I'm going to with 15 over 100, or 15 per 100, which is 15%. If you've been keeping up in class, this probably wasn't terribly difficult because I only introduced one extra step to you. Basically, it's taking everything we've learned and piecing it together. You have to know how to do this, though, because like I said, this easy way does not always work. The next part's actually super easy. To change percents into fractions, so starting with a percent, changing it into a fraction, first you're going to write the percent as a fraction with the denominator what did I write here? I should say the denominator. So scratch on numerator. Sorry, that confused me. So you're going to write the percent as a fraction. The denominator is going to be, of course, 100. So we're going to have 18%. I'm going to write that as 18 per 100. And you would want to simplify if you can. I know off the top of my head that these are only going to be simplified by 2 because the only factors of 18 are 1, 2, 9, and 18. 18 and 9 don't go into 100, but 2 does. If not, you would have to use your GCF factor trees to solve that. So I'm going to divide them both by 2, and I'm going to end up with 9 over 50, which is in simplest form. So it should say simplify if you can. All right, guys, 3 of each to practice. I expect them all to be done. Remember, I did actually not put anything on here that was going to have to be done the less hard way, but you might want to try 1 or 2 of them the less easy way. That way you know you're able to do them. All right, see you guys tomorrow.